Hello, here's a brief setup guide for those of you wanting to get your brand new MOZA RS V2 steering wheel set up in MOZA Pit House for any sim. Let's go. Right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is put your wheel onto your wheelbase, wait for it to get recognized in your software. If you do not have the MOZA Pit House software, you will need to go onto MOZA's website and download it there. And then once you're in MOZA's software, you'll want to go to where the steering wheel is and click More. Now, here is where all of your parameters will be that you're going to be able to change. Right, so at the very top, you have your preset. Here, you can either use the official preset or you can make your own presets by clicking Export Preset at the very bottom or by clicking Save As. Resetting the wheel parameters will just reset everything back to default. Calibrating the paddles is for the clutch and shifter paddles. All you have to do is you have to press Start, make sure that all the paddles are pressed as it prompts you on the screen. Keep all of your paddles pressed for 5 seconds just to make sure that everything is properly calibrated, and then release it. After a few seconds, it should automatically get everything done, and there you go. All of the clutch and shifter paddles are now ready. Click Got It, and as you can see, they all work in the sim. Dual clutch paddles mode is like it is on any other dual clutch MOZA wheel. You've got axis combine, which puts both clutch paddles into a single axis. If you want to have a dual clutch bite point in, say, iRacing, for example, you should be able to do it here. Axis split means that both clutch paddles have their own axis that you can bind to different settings in-game, for example, for a brake and a throttle. And then button is just a single button. It's on-off whenever you even touch it. I like to stick to axes combine or axes split, depending on the sim. So for that, I'll just put axes combine. Now, if you specifically have axes combine selected, you'll get a clutch bite point setting here. What I roughly set it to is around 36 for iRacing, as when you pull both clutches in and then release one of them, you'll be at the perfect clutch bite point for Formula 4 and a lot of other cars that you'll find yourself driving. Stick mode, button, and D-pad, these are for some older legacy titles. I like to stick this to button, just make it easier. Sleep light effect is a new thing added in the latest Pit House beta. It just makes sure that the lights have a nice breathing effect when it's not currently being used. And here you can change those parameters. Now, at the very top, you'll switch to indicator settings and you'll have a bunch of different settings here for the RPM indicators at the top of the wheel. Here you'll be able to change the brightness of the lights on the wheel, what mode it's in. I like to stick this on telemetry because otherwise it won't react to your RPMs in game. Idle effects is yet again when you're not using the wheel, it'll show a nice animation. You can change it here. And then here is where you'll be able to change the color of those RGBs during that time. Here, I like to keep this at its default settings for the most part, though you can always change this. And then below is telemetry effects. This is something new added in the latest Pit House beta that will likely carry over to future versions of Pit House. Here you've got all of your RPMs. You're able to set the percentage of the max RPM and what color it shows under each. I like to keep all of this under default, though if you have a special idea that you'd like to have, for example, if you'd like one end to show the pit limiter and the other to show KERS, you can do that. Just click on the color you want. If you want to change something specific, you can go here. I'm going to be sticking this back to the default though, because I quite like it. And that's basically everything you can do here. Here you can always create another telemetry effect. So let's say you want to show your fuel on your RPM gauge, for example, or you want to show TC or ABS. You can do that. And then finally, we have the button light settings. Here you can change the brightness of your buttons, and then you can change the individual colors of each button as well. Let's say I want to have a button be red. It'll show up on this screen. Then once you're done, just click confirm. Here we have idle effects, yet again, like there is on the RPM. Here you can change the different colors, yet again, you can set it to constant. And then just underneath of that is telemetry effects. Now this is really cool. This yet again was added in the latest Pit House beta. You click create new telemetry effect, and then here you have a whole different variety of effects that you can add to one singular button or a group of buttons on the little clusters. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. And if you have any other questions or if you want to set up something else, both MOZA's YouTube channel and their Discord are links down below, where there are plenty of wonderful people like yourself ready to help. Goodbye.